without a preacher? And how shall they preach if they are not sent? They didn't know many times ago then God has not yet sent us. Today we send ourselves. That's why you understand that we must first be sent. Whether it's God's mission, like literally, God must tell us now go. It's His mission that He's giving us. That's why I told you that Christ, or rather the verse that we have read in 2 Corinthians, that God has reconciled us by Christ, and He has given us now the ministry of reconciliation. Among the people that really mentor me in the scriptures is now the Bishop Paul, not like Paul the Apostle. I call him the Bishop Paul, but it's Paul the Apostle. And I'm interested. I just want us to consider the book of Acts chapter 9, verse 3 to verse 7, and then we begin to today's presentation. Now, Paul, this is when probably to give just a background of this text. It's when Christ is appearing to Paul him. And then he's telling him, now we are going to give that account. He was carried to Damascus, and of course we know before that he was really vigorous in not persecuting the church. And then when I says if there's a scenario that shows us how much the grace of God can do, then it's the incidents of Paul. That from a persecutor to an apostle still. And from the enemy of the gospel, not to his to the legend of the gospel, to the hero of the gospel, as the anointing puts it. I'm reading from the book of Acts chapter 9. You can read from verse 3. Yes.
And as he journeyed, he came near Damascus.
Yes.
And suddenly there shined round about him a light from heaven.
Yes.
And he fell to the earth, and heard a voice saying unto him,
Yes.
Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me?
Now, before we go, rather we read down. I think we read to verse 6 and it should be good, rather verse 7. Now, I know you not respond, but you can just say, I wanted to ask a question, but it's Luke who wrote the book of Acts there. Dr. Luke here and the book of Acts. Now, when you read, now Luke is writing an incident in Hakuah. I don't know if you read it. Like Marshall, whatever Luke is doing, probably he had it somewhere. And if he's writing an incident in Hakuah when it's happening, because by then Luke would not have followed, for honestly, probably Paul would have killed him. Eli would have killed him. But you see, he's writing out the conversion of God. Well, he was not there. Now get this, it will be probably to come out here as we go. When I listen to what Luke is writing, and then I'll show you a contrast. When now Paul is saying this himself, now what really happened. I don't say Luke is giving us rumors, but there's a reason that God saw it wise that he will give a now in details by Paul himself. But now read downwards from verse 5.
Verse 5 says,
Yes.
He said,
Yes.
Who art thou, Lord? And the Lord said,
Yes.
I am Jesus whom thou persecutest. It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks.
Good.
And he trembling and astonished said, Lord, what wilt thou have me to do? The Lord said unto him,
Yes.
Arise, and go into the city, and it shall be told thee what thou must do.
Yes.
And the men which journeyed with him stood speechless, hearing a voice, but seeing no man.
Seeing no man, thank you. Okay. Let me make a statement before we say much. But of course, we are just bringing it to an end. Today, you know of all now the vision that have existed. Second to Christ, and I really don't judge anyone to do what Paul did. Today, he did a lot. Now, Paul did a lot for the sake. Today, he himself said, now he says, I speak like a fool. But if not to be compared with the apostles, I am the greatest. Somewhere in the book of Corinthians, when he's explaining of the Jews who still die 5 times, 39 kings there. He says actually Philippians less 1. But now I want us to agree that now Paul did a lot. Now if we are to imitate someone in the field of missionary, now we have to imitate what Paul did. The day he says, follow me as I follow Christ. Now Paul alifanya. The day if you read the book of Acts of the Apostles now, commentary and you realize that huyo mtumishi alifanya vile. He was willing to spend and to be spent. He says that in somewhere in the Bible that he was willing, and he is it in Titus that he says, now I was willing not only to impart to you the gospel, but even my life, if need be, even my life. And he was willing, now if it's to die, let me die. Just want to impress you, you don't know the story of Paul, but she did yourself. And then you know the letter of Paul has not been recorded anywhere in the well. But Illinois Church upon the death of Paul says, now Paul was alleged to the extent that actually it says, let the angels sing about Paul, the heroic deeds that Paul has done. That's why he could say, and he doesn't count himself to have comprehended. But the one thing that he always looked for, he pressed toward the mark, and the way he served, the way he served. Not to praise man, but if he did, he's worthy of it. He did serve the Lord. He somewhere challenged me by saying, I have suffered the loss of all things, but I gain Christ. And I gain Christ. You can read that one. Probably to make we have some impression upon our minds. Ephesians. Ephesians 3, verse 8 and Philippians 3. Yes.
Philippians 3 says,
Start verse 7.
but what things were gain to me, and those I counted loss for Christ.
Yes.
Yeah, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Christ Jesus my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Christ.
Let's now contemplate upon those things. Then, what things were gained? Was I a Pharisee? The day he says I was a Pharisee. He had entered into the council of Sanhedrin at such a tender age. He was, you see, even acquired letters from the chief priest, and then he was so great. But he says, what were those things? I count those that lost that, and I do count them but that I may win Christ. Now that was Paul. I don't know what I can say to impress you with what Paul did that you for yourself. It is really challenging. We don't have a missionary stage. We actually don't send, we usually send ourselves. We go to the people with messages that God has intended to be messages of love. And then we at times even start to do something for the reading of the kingdom of God. I take that to be very serious. One of the things I was telling you about the conversion of Paul. When Luke is writing, the way Luke is giving, now look at this. Paul is giving the account before Agrippa. The book of Agrippa was a king in those ancient times. In the book of Acts 26, listen to what now Paul is saying that what really happened. Because now see, this is first-hand information. It's Paul who is saying, now this is how I got converted. From verse 13, verse 12 you can read.
Okay.
Yes.
Whereupon as I went to Damascus with
Yeah.
authority and commission from the chief priest,
Yes.
at midday,
Midday.
walking, I saw in the way a light from heaven,
Yes.
above the brightness of the sun,
Yes.
shining round about me and them which journeyed with me.
Good.
And when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me, and saying in the Hebrew tongue, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks.
Yes. Verse 15. Good.
It says,
Yes.
I said,
Yes.
who art thou, Lord? And he said, I am Jesus whom thou persecutest.
Yes.
It still says,
Yes.
but rise and stand upon thy feet, for I have appeared unto thee for this purpose, to make thee a minister and a witness both of these things which thou hast seen, and of those things in the which I will appear unto thee.
Now you can just hold on that point. I just want to look if you compare. You can put your verse Acts chapter 9 and then Acts chapter 6, and then I'll just show you some few things that are happening there. Now Acts chapter, let's say Acts chapter 9, read verse 3.
Acts 9:3 says,
Yes.
and as he journeyed, he came near Damascus,
Yes.
and suddenly there shined round about him a light from heaven.
Now notice, Luke is saying just a light appeared with him still, and then a light from heaven. But Paul is saying, now this was when it was in the middle of the middle of the day, about verse 26.
At midday,
At midnight.
okay,
Yes.
I saw in the way a light from heaven, above the brightness of the sun,
Yes.
shining round about me and them which journeyed with me.
Them that journeyed with me. I just want you to look at the difference of now a missionary when another report something in it, he has not experienced. And that is God's mission. What does he see now? What is really God's mission? God's mission in the next few. Let's see, look, he's reporting what happened. Then he said, just a light appeared. But you see, Paul is saying, now this light was above the brightness of the day, or rather the sun. Still. And somebody in verse 13, that above the brightness of the sun. But what does Luke say? The day even Luke doesn't say it was in midday. And you see, he's having some apology because he's the one who now experiences it. It's personal vision. He said that that God has amended you intentionally to show that this must happen. But now who will shine or rather what can man make to shine more than the sun? Imagine if man makes something to shine more than the sun. You see, that is probably impossible to design. But you see, now I'm interested in the difference between the account that Luke is writing and now when Paul himself is writing. Now read downwards in chapter 9, verse 4.
And he fell to the earth, and heard a voice saying unto him,
Yes.
Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me?
Why persecutest thou me? Verse 5.
Verse 5 says, And he said, Who art thou, Lord? And the Lord said, I am Jesus whom thou persecutest. It is hard for thee to kick against.
Now listen to happening here. As a notice this, let me not trust you. Here's my point. Here's my point. I know what will give us to see it clearly. Look, he's saying, first of all, Christ is calling source. There's also why persecutest thou me. And then Paul is answering still. And then Christ is telling him, I am Christ. And now listen what Paul says himself, really what really happened. In verse 14, you can read himself.
He says,
Yes.
And when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me, and saying in the Hebrew tongue, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks.
But I don't know if you have seen the difference. As in when Luke is saying it, he's saying first of all, Christ asked him, why do you persecute me? And then Paul answered. And then he told me it is hard to kick against pricks. But Paul is saying Christ told him, it is I that you persecute, and it is hard to kick against pricks. Let me grab the vertical and show you something. When verse 14 it says, and when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me. But listen to verse 7 of now chapter 9, verse 7. What Luke says.
9 verse 7 says,
Yes.
And the men which journeyed with him stood speechless,
Yes.
hearing a voice but seeing no man.
Praise God. Now, do you see the difference in what Luke is saying and what Paul is saying? Now, Paul says, we all fell down. In verse 14, he says, and when we were all fallen to the earth, what were you? But Luke says, not the men that stood round about to fall, the enemy stood. How can I read it? Luke is not giving us exactly, but he's not giving us rumors altogether. But you see, there is a reason why divine wisdom so that not that incident to be repeated. Now, just notice, this is a recorded speech. Recorded is only Luke is giving a recorded speech, but now the other one is personal information. It's a direct speech. It's direct speech. But now I'm interested in what just compare the incidents. You can read verse 5 again. Now, yes.
And he said,
Yes.
Who art thou, Lord?
Yes.
And the Lord said, I am Jesus whom thou persecutest. It is hard for thee to kick against.
No, it is hard for thee to kick against pricks. Verse 6, just go on and then we just can bring it to a conclusion.
And he trembling and astonished said,
Yes.
Lord, what wilt thou have me to do?
Yes.
And the Lord said unto him, Arise and go into the city, and it shall be told thee what thou must do.
Now what thou must do. Yes, now that is Luke telling us the incidents of Paul's conversion. But then he's telling us that even Christ never declared the mission that he had for Paul at that immediate time. But he's telling him, arise and go out into the city, which shall be told unto you. Now look at Paul. Now just be careful what Paul is saying from verse 15 downwards. I want you to read up to verse 18, and then we see it how.
And I said, Who art thou, Lord? And he said, I am Jesus whom thou persecutest. But rise, and stand upon thy feet. For I have appeared unto thee for this purpose.
Now I have appeared unto you for this purpose.
To make thee a minister and a witness, both of these things which thou hast seen, and of those things in the which I will appear.
Now, before you go to verse 17, the Bible tells us that Christ appeared to Paul, not to make him a minister and a witness. Now, I wanted us to get an impression that the mission is God's. It's God's mission. It's God's mission that God has given us to be our mission. And in the first place is God's mission. Now that's the point. But I want you to see first of all, now what is God's mission? Now what is God's mission? Is it really to go and preach to those people? Remember the key verse that we had is God has reconciled us and He has given us now the ministry of reconciliation. Now, Christ is telling, I have appeared unto you for this reason, that I may make you a minister and a witness. Now go downwards.
17 says,
Yes.
delivering thee from the people and from the Gentiles,
Mhm.
unto whom now I send thee, to open their eyes and to return them from darkness to light,
Yes.
and from the power of Satan unto God, that they may receive forgiveness of sins
Yes.
and an inheritance among them which are sanctified by faith that is in me.
Now, Christ says, I have called you. Now, verse 17, here's the point. Delivering thee from the people and from the Gentiles, unto whom now I send thee. Now, the day notice this. This is what I wanted to bring. When Paul is giving out his own account of how he was transformed, he's giving him now a personal experience that he has had with God. And he's saying, now this God that sent me, or rather the God that has sent me, now is this God. He has first experienced, as in God has called him first, so that now he can send you. Now, verse 17 says, I deliver you from the people so that I can send you to the people. I don't know if you see that. If we had time, we would go down on it. I pray that God may help me think this clearly. Christ is, Paul is giving Agrippa an account of how he was converted and here that first of all, God called me, still, and then he sent me. Today, you know that is God's mission. At times we think, even now as we might have probably request to discern those things, but they are spiritually discerned. You see, this is the point. That before even God can send us, first of all, He must first of all reconcile us. Now, probably in the New Testament, we see that to be a reconciler, now you must be like Christ, you must be like the Son of God. But you can imagine most of us here like now Luke giving us the account of how Christ, or rather of how Peter, or rather of how Paul was converted. Now we are telling people, this is what happened with this man. But Paul is telling Agrippa, no, this is what happened to me. That is the point. Today we see God's mission from the one who is first of all to reconcile you so that he can send you. Now this is God's mission that we make our mission. Is that anyone who wants to preach and then after he has you have had an experience with him, now you go and tell people about God that you have seen him. Well, that's God's mission. But let me tell you now, most of the missions even that have gone, is that we take a Christ who we have not experienced. We take you go to tell them, then you go to tell them. Realize, even now, Christ is giving the Great Commission to the disciples when he's almost taken to heaven, after he has even resurrected. That's why he's telling them, after they had time with him. Now they are not going to say of our God that we have. Now they are not books. I don't know about some shallow information, but rather they are going to preach about God that they have seen. Let me tell you the greatest desire of God even in our lives today is not for you to go to Kimathi to preach. But let me tell you the truth. For a fact, that God has given us the ministry of reconciliation, but He must first of all reconcile us. And the day God is telling them, now we entreat you as God would have done. Be reconciled to God first. Praise God. Praise God. That is the point. Yeah, have a personal experience. But what when you begin to come up, and then you're preaching about that you have not experienced. Today, you know, we really need God's grace. That tunapeleka Mungu mwenye attitude. We are taking no mass to those people. That's why we go there, just tell them what they need to know, but not what God has sent us to tell them. We have not had a personal experience. Like God was to choose, if you are to give a God an option and tell him, God, I want to go for mission to beginning, or rather I give you my heart. Nobody will tell you, give up to me and give me your heart. That is the most important thing. And God's mission is to reach you first. That's the point I want us to get. But they reach, let him first of all reach you. Give him your heart and be reconciled. Now have that Christ. You're going to teach people help. So people know your help was about. Imagine that they help to tell me the first reformer in this church. Niana plus very very I didn't even know when they can answer me. And the point is God's mission is to first reach you. And the day he knows once he has it, the day you are converted like Paul. Now if God had two people who are converted sincerely like Paul, they will turn the world upside down. They will turn the world upside down. And then that's all that God will give us to have for, even before we go to mission. You see, in the Bible, a missionary who need to be converted. Only that I don't have them. A question that I reminded us even as we wind up He's asking, why do we have all the traits of the world in the church? Why do we have people who don't have the truth? Why do we have people, they have jealousy, they have all those things, all those things? Why do we still see them in the church? And then he says the evidence that most church members are not converted. And then you see, you must first of all give yourself so that you can take that message. Guru Rabuna Message is come